Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Queen Creek High School in Queen Creek. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network. It's play-by-play coverage of Saguaro SaberCats varsity baseball. And Austin Anderson, the leadoff hitter for Saguaro. The SaberCats on the road to take on the Queen Creek Bulldogs. As the next pitch is bounced in there, and it's 1-1 strike. Saguaro 21-2-1, 6-0 in region play. Queen Creek 14-6. They're also 6-0. So first place on the line here today as the fastball to Anderson is high and outside for a ball, and it's 2-1. Anderson, the leadoff hitter, starts in left field tonight for the SaberCats. The 2-1 pitch. And a pop-up down the third base line is the shortstop over there, and he can't hang on to it. That's out of the glove, and Anderson is in to second base. SaberCats get the leadoff hitter on and into scoring position. And the batter will be Zach Gibbons.
Now batting for the SaberCats, number 3, Zach Gibbons.
Now an E6 starts things off as Gibbons is in there. And the first pitch is low for ball 1. Nathan Flores, the starter for the Bulldogs, and Gibbons with a fly ball to right field. That one's hit pretty well out to right. The catch made in right field, and Anderson will tag and go to third base. A fly out to right field is the first out. And the batter is Chris Ackman. So again for the SaberCats, Austin Anderson, Zach Gibbons, and Chris Ackman. Brandon Demarest will hit fourth and catch. Kyle Young is fifth. He starts in right field. Matt Morris hits sixth at shortstop. Reed Austin is the DH. He bats seventh. The number 8 hitter is John Nimps, and Ben Tingley bats ninth. As the first one to Ackman is low for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. That's outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Chad Hensley starts in left field for the Bulldogs. Marcus Still is in center field, and Adam Brezak is in right field. Dalen Garcia plays third. Colin Bongard is the shortstop. Spencer Kottkamp at second base. And Kyle Wallace plays first. Chad Leonard catching for Nathan Flores. 3-0 the count now on Chris Ackman with a runner at third and 1 out. Just underway top of the first inning from Queen Creek. And the 3-0 pitch. And that's on the inside corner for a strike. That'll bring Ackman back as he thought it was ball 4. And now that pitch is outside, and it's a walk for Chris Ackman, and he heads to first base, and that puts runners at the corners with 1 out for Brandon Demarest.
Now batting for the SaberCats, number 18, Brandon Demarest.
Brandon going after the first one and fouls it off for a strike.
It's something hard here, Brando.
And the next pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-2. A breezy day out here in Queen Creek. And we'll see if the wind plays a factor. The 0-2. That one didn't miss by much. Called a ball, and it's 1-2. No bleachers behind home plate here at Queen Creek, and so we're kind of forced to film from this angle here up in the bleachers around on the third base side. You get a pretty good view of first base out of it, but kind of lose the strike zone perspective. And there's a ball hit well over the head of the center fielder still. And this may be extra base as Anderson scores. Ackman's going to come around to score all the way from first, and it's a 2-run double for Brandon Demarest, and the SaberCats have 2 in the top of the first inning.
Now batting for the SaberCats, number 11, Kyle Young.
Now the batter is Kyle Young. And the first pitch to Young on the outside corner for a strike. The set and the 1-strike pitch. And a pop-up down the left field line. That's foul. And it's 0-2. A runner at second base and 1 out, 2 across for the SaberCats in the top of the first inning. The 0-2. And a fastball outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2. And this one popped up behind home plate. Leonard, the catcher, makes the play on the pop-up. And there's 2 away in the inning.
Now batting for the SaberCats, number 6, Matt Morris.
Now here's Matt Morris, the Saguaro shortstop. Flores steps off. And the first pitch on the way, and it is inside for ball 1.
Good, Nate. Good job, bud.
They turn back to second, and now they got the runner hung up between second and third. Teddy Rubin in the rundown, and he'll run into the tag, and that'll end the inning for the SaberCats. But Saguaro gets a couple of runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and no runners left on after a half inning of play. It's Saguaro 2, and Queen Creek coming up to face Saguaro's starting pitcher, Travis Steinheiser. Colin Bongard will lead off for Queen Creek here in the bottom of the first inning. And the first pitch fouled off as it got a piece of Bongard right at the plate. Bongard, the shortstop for the Bulldogs. The leadoff hitter, Spencer Kottkamp, will hit second. Adam Brezek is third. Next pitch a ball, and it's 1-1. Dylan Freeman is the DH today. He bats fourth. Chad Leonard, the catcher, is fifth. Chad Hensley, the left fielder, is sixth. There's a swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Kyle Wallace, the first baseman, is the number 7 hitter. The pitcher, Nathan Flores, hits 8th. Marcus Still in center field bats 9th. And a ground ball over to third. grab there, and a throw on to first base is in time. And there's one out in the inning for Spencer Kottkamp. Two nothing SaberCats. Saguaro 2 runs on a 2-run double from Brandon Demarest. The first one to Kottkamp is low for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. And that ball hit well and out to center field. This will send Zach Gibbons back. It's over his head. Oh, and the runner's going to come around and try for third base. The relay throw a little bit off the mark there, and it's a 1-out triple for Spencer Kottkamp.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, number 10, Allen Madsen.
Now the right fielder, Adam Brezic, at the plate. Looking to bring in that run from third. And the first pitch is inside for ball 1. A runner at third base and 1 away, bottom of the first inning. The Bulldogs trailing the SaberCats 2-0. This completes the first round of play in region as that ball tapped down the first base line is picked up in foul territory by Brandon Demarest. But it's an 8-team region, so you play each of the 7 opponents twice. And again, this is the 7th region game for each of these 2 teams. They'll start the second round of region play in their next region contest. As the next one is low, and it's 2-1. It's Anderson, Gibbons, and Young in the outfield for the SaberCats. You get a ground ball over to Ben Tingley, the second baseman. He'll throw it to first base. The run is in. It's an RBI ground out. And Queen Creek is on the board in the bottom of the first inning, now trailing 2-1.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, number 27, Dylan Freeman.
Dylan, let's go, bud.
But it's Nimps at third, Morris at shortstop, Tingley at second base, Chris Ackman at first base, and Brandon Demarest catching for Travis Steinheiser. And that ball hit on the ground, and a diving play by Tingley from the outfield grass onto first base in time. And the side is retired. Tingley takes a base hit away from the DH, Dylan Freeman, for the Bulldogs in the first. A run on a hit, and after 1, Queen Creek trails Saguaro by a score of 2-1. Matt Morris starts things off for Queen Creek. For Saguaro, rather, as Queen Creek starting pitcher Flores sends that one in for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Tapped foul at the home plate area, and it's 1-1. Matt Morris at the plate when the runner was picked off. Well, I guess probably caught stealing really is the call to end the first inning. And that one past the third baseman and through the hole and into left field, and it's a single to begin the second inning for the SaberCats. Matt Morris on at first base, and the batter is Reed Austin.
Now batting for the SaberCats, number 15, Reed Austin.
Turn and a throw to first base, and the runner Matt Morris is back. Matt, just a couple of stolen bases on the year. And with the hot bat of Reed Austin, I don't know that the SaberCats will run here. We'll see if they do. Another throw to first, and again Matt dives back. Reed Austin, we'll give you the stats for everybody the second time through like we normally do, but Reed batting .578 in the 7-hole for the SaberCats. And Austin with a fly ball into right center field, and that'll split the outfielders and go to the fence. Morris is going to come around third base. The throw comes to the plate. It's up the line toward third, and Morris is safe on an RBI double from Reed Austin. And the SaberCats get the run back they gave up in the bottom of the second inning. It's now 3-1 Saguaro as they get the 2-run cushion back. Reed Austin has 6th double of the season and RBI number 21 on the year. And with a runner at second base and nobody out, the batter is John Nimtz. And Nimtz with the ground ball picked up by the shortstop. And Blongard's throw onto first base is in time.
Now batting for the SaberCats, number 1, Ben Tingley.
Nimtz out at first base. The batter Ben Tingley as Reed Austin moved to third on the previous play. Three to 1 Saguaro. SaberCats batting in the top of the second inning. And the infield comes in for the Bulldogs. And the first one to Tingley is low for ball 1. Tingley batting with only one out, a runner at third base. A fly ball to the outfield would get the run in. And Tingley hits one well out to left field. On the run, the left fielder Hensley with the catch, but tagging and scoring on the play is Reed Austin. And sure enough, a sacrifice fly brings in the run. It's an RBI for Tingley, his 18th of the year. Saguaro has scored twice in the second inning, and they lead by a score of 4-1. Now Austin Anderson as he takes the first one high and away for ball 1. Austin came into the ballgame batting .467, 13 doubles, 2 triples, 24 RBI. And the next pitch is low, and it's 2-0. Next one up high. 3 balls and no strikes to Austin Anderson, who reached out an error back in the first, but stayed on base, came around to score on the Brandon Demarest double. The 3-0 pitch, not close there. It's a 4-pitch walk to Austin Anderson, and he's on at first base with 2 away in the inning for Zach Gibbons.
Now batting for the SaberCats, number 3, Zach Gibbons.
Check of the runner over at first base, and a good lead over there for Anderson. And Gibbons takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Austin with 8 stolen bases, so he's a threat to run at first. Gibbons at the plate batting .381. Entering today's play, 4 doubles and 12 RBI. Turn and a throw to first base, and Anderson dives back. Now the set and the 1-0 pitch. That's bounced in there and blocked by Leonard. Two 2-0 on Zach Gibbons with Anderson aboard at first base and 2 down in the inning. 2 runs across for the SaberCats. And Gibbons hits a fly ball to center field, still going back. And he's going to reach up, but he can't make it in the catch in front of the fence. Anderson is around. He will score on the play, and it's 5-1 SaberCats. Now Chris Ackman at the plate, and kind of a scorer's decision there. You get the wind, you get the fence, and that turns into a higher degree of difficulty for the center fielder still. And there's a swing and a foul ball, and obviously, and we've talked about this, we don't have any sort of official say, and we're trying to film the game, do the play-by-play, keep the score, and do all of that. So the focus is not specifically on official scoring or on scoring decisions, but for now anyway, we'll put that down as a double and an RBI for Gibbons. That pitch a strike, but it's off the glove of the catcher, and Gibbons will go to third base on the pass ball. And now Ackman will try to put the ball in play with 2 strikes. It's a 3-run second inning for Saguaro. The SaberCats lead Queen Creek by a score of 5-1. The pitcher, Nathan Flores, sets the 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. A strikeout will end the inning, but the SaberCats get 3 runs. And they do it on 3 hits. They leave 1, and after an inning and a half, it's the Saguaro SaberCats 5 and the Queen Creek Bulldogs 1.
Now batting number 8, Chad Leonard.
Chad Leonard, the catcher, starts things off for Queen Creek in the bottom of the second inning. He takes the first pitch, belly button high on the outside corner for a strike. The 0-1. Hit on the ground, foul outside of third. And it's no balls and 2 strikes to the Queen Creek catcher. Leonard, Hensley, and Wallace to bat for the Bulldogs in the second inning. The 0-2. That's fouled out of play on the first base side. And the next pitch a little bit high. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Chad Leonard, leading off for the Bulldogs in the second inning. Do not have any stats for Queen Creek. They have not put any stats on their Max Preps page. And the 1-2 is swung on and missed. A strikeout begins the second inning as Leonard fans, and the batter is Chad Hensley. Hensley with a high pop-up. Tingley going back on the outfield grass, and he won't be able to hang on to it. The wind causing trouble here today for both sides. Hensley aboard on an E4, and the batter is Kyle Wallace. And the first one to Wallace, up and in for ball 1. Queen Creek trailing Saguaro 5-1. Batting in the bottom of the second inning, these two teams will meet on the final day of the regular season over at Salt River Fields at Talking Stick. The next one is low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. That'll wrap up the regular season. It'll be a home game for Saguaro, playing at the stadium, 7 o'clock. That's on Monday, May 2nd. A swing and a miss. And the count's 2-1 on Kyle Wallace with 1 on and 1 out in the bottom of the second. Steinheiser throws to first. Ackman applies the tag just a bit late as Hensley gets back. Yeah, swing and a miss, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Steinheiser throws to first again, and Hensley dives back once more. The set from Steinheiser, the 2-2 pitch, and a swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the inning and the ball game for Steinheiser, and now will face Nathan Flores. Nathan Flores in to bat for the Bulldogs. And the first pitch low for ball 1. Steinheiser trying to pitch around an error. That's the runner at first base. Yeah, the next pitch just misses, I guess, inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Wallace, make it Hensley, the runner at first base. 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Bulldogs down 5-1. The 2-0. And a ground ball up the middle. That's through and into center field for a base hit. Runner's going to try for third. The throw just off the mark, and it gets past Nimps, but Steinheiser does his job to back up the play. It's a single as Hensley goes to third, and then as the throw goes to third base, Flores goes to second. And now time called as Brandon Demarest is out to talk to his starting pitcher, Travis Steinheiser. 2 in scoring position with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. The Bulldogs trailing the SaberCats by a score of 5-1. Now Marcus still the center fielder. First pitch was high for a ball. Steinheiser sets in the pitch. High again. 2 balls and no strikes.
Right at him.
2 in scoring position for the Bulldogs. After Saguaro got 2 in the top of the first, Queen Creek came right back to answer with 1. 3-0. And then the SaberCats in the top of this second inning scored 3 times to go up 4-1. That's our score. Make it 5-1, I beg your pardon. And that pitch over for a strike. It's a 5-1 lead for Saguaro, and the Bulldogs trying to change that with 2 in scoring position and 2 outs. 3 balls and a strike on Marcus Still. The next pitch on the way, and it's ground ball, and it's up the middle into center field. Scoring on the play is Hensley. Flores waved around. Hugh will score, and it's a 2-run single for Marcus Still. So a couple of unearned runs for the Bulldogs, and now Colin Bongard, the shortstop, as we get back to the top of the Queen Creek order. Throw to first, and Still dives back. It's a big base hit coming out of your number 9 hitter with a couple of men on in scoring position, but also 2 outs in the inning. Runner from first takes off. The pitch strike at the throw to second. Safe is the call, and so it's a stolen base for Still. And I guess the pitch was a ball. So another runner in scoring position for the Bulldogs. Pitch inside. And it's 2-0. Bongard, the shortstop, grounded out to start the Queen Creek first inning. Steinheiser steps off. The 2-0 pitch. That's low, and it's 3-0. And the pitch, it's over for a high strike, and it's 3-1. Still at second base with 2 outs, 3-1 the count on Colin Baumgart. Spencer Kottkamp next for the Bulldogs. And the pitch hit on the ground, and that's through and into left field for a base hit. The runner waved around, and the throw cut off down to second base it goes, and that's off the mark just a bit as Tingley tried to grab that ball and swipe the tag across. It sneaks into center field, so it is an RBI base hit. Still scores. That makes it 5-4 Saguaro. And as the throw goes to the plate, Baumgart takes the extra base and gets himself into scoring position. And the batter is Spencer Kottkamp.
Get him in, Spencer.
And the first pitch hit on the ground. That's picked up by Morris. His throw to first is just in time, and that'll retire the side. The Bulldogs fight back again, though, as they match the Saguaro output in the second inning as the Bulldogs score 3 times. It's all unearned runs. They get 3 hits. And there was an error on the play, or in the inning, and after 2 then it's Saguaro 5 and Queen Creek 4. So once again, as we start the third inning, the SaberCats bats are going to have to go back to work as Brandon Demarest leads off. And the first pitch a little bit high for ball 1. Brandon batting .419 with 8 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, 26 knocked in. The 1-0 pitch, and he drives this ball out to center field. Back goes Still, and this one leaves the yard. A solo home run for Brandon Demarest to start the third inning for the SaberCats, and Saguaro leads 6-4. For Brandon, his 4th home run of the season, his 27th, make it his 29th RBI, as he had 2 in the first inning on a 2-run double. And now timeout called from the Queen Creek dugout. And the pitching coach coming out of the dugout for the Bulldogs. We'll get a break as we play in the top of the third. Saguaro leads Queen Creek 6-4.
Now batting for the SaberCats, number 11, Kyle Young.
Yeah, Kyle Young came into the ballgame batting .439, 5 doubles, a triple, 4 home runs, and 22 knocked in. And he'll push the bunt over to the third base side. The bare hand of the throw to first base, not in time. Up one single for Young, and what a great way to follow up as Demarest hits a solo home run. And then Kyle Young comes out and on the first pitch puts down a perfect bunt down the third base line. So Young on at first base for Matt Morris. And Matt takes the first pitch. It bounces in there, and the wild pitch will move Young to second base.
Come on, Chad. Block those, Chad. Come on, kid. Great play. Gotta have those, Chad.
Morris batting .417 for the SaberCats. He singled and scored his first time up. 9 doubles, 2 triples, a homer, 21 RBI for Morris. And the 1-0 pitch is a fastball, and it's high, and it's 2-0. 6-4, Saguaro in the top of the third. The 2-0 pitch. And that's low from Flores, and it's 3-0. And the next pitch over for a strike. And it's 3-1. I had said Flores. It's actually Chase Beal, as forgot to mention, as Young came out and got that bunt down on the very first pitch, that forgot to mention the pitching change for Queen Creek. So the Bulldogs do go to the bullpen after that solo home run from Brandon Demarest, and that chases the starting pitcher, Nate Flores, out of the ball game. Now the 3-2 is foul back. So Flores goes 2 innings and allows 6 runs on 5 base hits. Morris lays off a pitch, and he'll take ball 4. So now 2 aboard with nobody out for Reed Austin. And I mentioned earlier, Reed batting .578. Hit his 6th double back in the 2nd inning. A couple of home runs, and he knocked in his 21st run back in the 2nd. And Austin hit with the first pitch. And that'll load the bases. And John Nimps bats with the bases loaded and nobody out in the 3rd inning. The SaberCats leading 6-4. We get another timeout from the Queen Creek dugout and a chance for the SaberCats to really open things up here if they can string together a couple of base hits here. We'll see what Nimps does when we come back. Now John Reddy, the corner's up for Queen Creek. The middle infielders play back. They'll try to turn the double play that way. 6-4 the score in the 3rd. And Nimps takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. John batting .422 on the season, 5 doubles and a triple, 14 knocked in. The 1-0 pitch. And a breaking ball over for a strike. And the count's 1-1. The next pitch misses. 2 balls and a strike. Pitch fouled back, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the set, and the next one is bounced in there, and that runs the count full. Bases loaded, nobody out. A run in for the SaberCats in the 3rd. They lead 6-4.
Go, Chase. Come on, bud.
And a ground ball off the shortstop, and that deflects. As Bongard didn't get it clean, it rolls toward the bag at second, and Kottkamp able to reach out and tap the bag. Reed Austin is forced at second, but Kyle Young comes in to score. It's now 7-4. Morris to 3rd. Nimps aboard on the RBI fielder's choice. And the batter has been Tingley, hitting .273 with 5 doubles and a homer, 17 knocked in. Make it 18, in fact, as he had an RBI on the sac fly in the 2nd. And he takes the first pitch high for ball 1. The rest of the line for Queen Creek starter Nathan Flores, 2 innings, 5 hits allowed, 6 runs, 5 earned, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. And the next one at Tingley, a little bit high. 2 balls and no strikes. Morris at third and Nimps at first with 1 out. 2 runs in for the SaberCats in the 3rd inning. They lead 7-4. Runner goes. The ball hit hard on the ground to third. They'll go to second for the out. On to first base. And a double play. 5-4-3 double play for the Bulldogs will end the inning. And the SaberCats managed to get a couple of runs, including a home run from Brandon Demarest. The SaberCats get 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors, and there was 1 runner left on. And we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Saguaro now leading Queen Creek by a score of 7-4. And first pitch fouled out of play as we start the bottom of the 3rd inning. Adam Brezick leads off for the Bulldogs. He's the right fielder, followed by Dylan Freeman and Chad Leonard in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Green Creek has been able to match him just about blow for blow here as that ball is hit into center field, a leadoff base hit. Saguaro got 2 in the top of the 1st inning. Queen Creek got 1 in the bottom of the 1st. SaberCats 3 in the 2nd. The Bulldogs 3 in the 2nd. And now Saguaro 2 runs in the top of the 3rd inning. We'll see what the Bulldogs manage to do in the bottom of the 3rd as Dylan Freeman, the DH, is in and ready. And grounded out to end the 1st as a throw goes to first base. Sidearm move to first this time from Travis Steinheiser. Travis 4-1 on the season, a 4.69 earned run average. As the first pitch is inside for ball 1. 32 2/3 innings for Steinheiser, 37 hits allowed, 10 walks, and 34 strikeouts. He's hit 4. Runner goes, swing and a miss, throw to second base. Is not in time. A steal for Brezick as he is into scoring position. The 1-1 pitch. The fastball is a little bit high, and it's 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch swung on and missed, and it's 2-2. The set, the 2-2. And the pitch outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Leadoff man aboard at second here in the bottom of the 3rd with nobody out. The 3-2. Runner goes. The pitch is strike. The throw to third base is not in time. Safe the call.
Number 8, Chad Leonard.
3rd strikeout of the ball game for Travis Steinheiser as Brezick goes to 3rd, and the batter is Chad Leonard. And Leonard takes the first pitch high for ball 1. One on, 1 out, 7-4. SaberCats with the lead. And a ground ball, foul. On the third base side, that counts 1-1. Well, that pitch didn't miss by much as Leonard holds the swing. And the count's 2-1. And a fly ball hit to center field. Runner will tag. Gibbons over and leaves his feet to make the catch. He uses 2 hands there to hang on and make sure of the catch in the outfield. That's the second out. It is a sacrifice fly as Brezic scores from third base, and the Bulldogs do get a run in the bottom of the third to make it 7-5. And now the batter is Chad Hensley. First one to Hensley, ball one. The 1-0 pitch. On the inside corner, a strike. It's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. And a ground ball over to third. Nims with a backhand stop. Gets up, throws, and that's on the money at first base to end the inning. Queen Creek gets another run on one base hit, and after 3 innings of play, it's Saguaro 7 and Queen Creek 5. Top of the order for the SaberCats in the 4th inning, and Austin Anderson takes ball one. The 1-0 pitch. On the outside corner, a strike. It's 1-1. Anderson, Gibbons, and Chris Ackman for the SaberCats in the top of the 4th inning. The 1-1. Hit on the ground to the right side. Over to get it, the first baseman, Wallace. He'll throw to first. It's late, and it's an infield single for Austin Anderson. SaberCats get the leadoff hitter aboard. Wallace had to go a little ways to get it. Once he comes off the bag, then it's a foot race between the hitter Anderson and the relief pitcher Beal. Mike Campbell, a head coach, out to talk with the base umpire. As he thought Beal got over and got the foot on the base as the throw got over there.
Now batting for the SaberCats, number 3, Zach Gibbons.
Gibbons at the plate. He doubled home run his last time up, 1 for 2 on the day. And Beal looking in. Gibbons will call time, and Beal steps off. 7-5 Saguaro. SaberCats with 2 runs in the first, 3 in the second, and 2 in the third. Queen Creek a run in the first, 3 in the second, and 1 in the third. And the first pitch outside for ball one. Now the set and the 1-0. On the inside corner, a strike. It's 1-1. Throw to first base, and the runner dives back. Runner goes. The ball popped up on the right side. Caught Camp over, and it's going to be a foot race to the bag. And, boy, they call him out at first base. Anderson's going to sprint off the field. He's not happy with the call there as the Bulldogs turn the double play. And after Queen Creek felt like they might have been on the wrong end of a bad call to allow Austin to reach base, now you kind of wonder if maybe the SaberCats have a little complaint on that play back at first. And now Ackman with a ground ball on the right side, and that's past Kottkamp as he trying to go down to his knees to prevent that ball from getting by, and he couldn't do it. Ackman's aboard at first with his first base hit. So after the double play, Ackman singles, and the batter is Brandon Demarest to Doubled home a couple of runs in the first inning, then hit a solo home run to start the third. 7-5 SaberCats. Top of the fourth inning from Queen Creek. Battle of unbeaten region teams. First one to Demarest is low for ball one. Next pitch over for a strike. Now the set on the 1-1 pitch. And that's hit on the ground to the shortstop Bongard onto first base. That's in time, and the side is retired for the SaberCats in the fourth. No runs and a couple of hits, and one left. Middle of the ball game, SaberCats lead Queen Creek by a score of 7-5. Bottom third of the order for Queen Creek here in the fourth as Kyle Wallace leads off. And Wallace takes the first pitch inside for ball one. Wallace struck out swinging in the second inning. The 1-0. And that one's over for a strike. It's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. And the ball hit well out to left field. Austin Anderson over to his right near the line makes the catch. And that's the first down of the fourth inning.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, number 30, Chase Beal.
Chase Beal bats for the first time, takes ball one. Saguaro putting up a 0 in the top of the fourth inning, the first time that either team has failed to score. As the next one misses, and it's 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. Inside for ball three, and it's 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk to Chase Beal.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, number 20.
And he's at first base for Marcus Still, the center fielder. And the bunt is on. It's bunted foul on the third base side. Interesting there. Queen Creek trying to bunt their runner to second base even though there is already one out. I guess basically they want to get the runner into scoring position even with two outs and give their leadoff hitter Colin Bongard a chance to bat with a runner in scoring position. The set from Steinheiser and the 1-strike pitch. The runner takes off, swing and a miss. Demarest throw down. And out by a mile is the pitcher, Chase Beal. 2-6 on the caught stealing. And that's the second out. Nothing and 2 on Still. And he lays off a pitch that's outside the strike zone. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. That's on the inside corner, a called third strike. And that ends this Queen Creek fourth inning. No runs, no hits, a walk. That runner caught stealing, and after 4, Queen Creek trails Saguaro by a score of 7-5. Kyle Young, the leadoff hitter. in the Saguaro fifth inning, and he takes the first pitch for ball one. Young with a single and a run scored his last time up, 1 for 2 on the day. And a fastball is high, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Young, Morris, and Austin for the SaberCats in the fifth inning. The next pitch on the inside corner, a strike, and it's 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. And that ball hit out to left field. Diving try the left fielder Hensley. He can't get to it. It's going to roll all the way to the fence. And Young around second base. Kyle's going to try for third. And the throw comes in late. And it's a leadoff triple for Kyle Young.
Now batting number 6, Matt Morris.
Well, the SaberCats with 8 base hits through the first 4 innings. They had 2 in the 4th inning but did not score. But a leadoff triple here in the 5th inning. That'll bring the infield in for the Bulldogs. Matt Morris at the plate. And he takes the first pitch for strike 1. The set on the 0-1. And a pitch fouled off, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. And Morris hits that ball well. It's out to left center field. Hensley and still going back. And this one's gone. A 2-run home run for Matt Morris as he hits his 2nd of the year. Morris with a 2-run shot. The SaberCats back on the scoreboard in the 5th inning. They lead by a score of 9-5. And Leonard out to talk to Beal. As Reed Austin will bat next. And just as Leonard gets back behind the plate, we're going to get a timeout from the Queen Creek dugout. We play in the 5th inning. The SaberCats have scored twice more. Now Reed Austin ready to bat, and he'll face a new pitcher. As the first pitch is low for ball 1. Adam Brezek is called in from right field to pitch for the Bulldogs. And the next pitch misses. 2 balls and no strikes. 9-5 SaberCats in the top of the 5th inning. The 2-0 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Reed with an RBI double and a run in the 2nd. He was hit by a pitch in the 3rd. Batting with the bases empty. And the pitch over for a strike, and it's 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. That's bounced in. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Brezek into the wind in the 3-2. And Austin fouls it away. John Nemps next for the SaberCats. And a ground ball fielded by Bongard. And he gets rid of it to first base in time. And a ground out is the first out of the Saguaro 5th inning. And the batter is John Nemps. The SaberCats, 3 games next week. They'll be at Scottsdale Stadium Tuesday, hosting Poston Butte. And then on Wednesday night, I believe they'll be the visiting team facing off against Notre Dame Prep. And then 1 week from today, back home against the McClintock Chargers. And there's a ground ball fielded by the second baseman. And Kottkamp with the throw to first, and that's back-to-back outs for Brezek and the Bulldogs. And the batter is Ben Tingley. 2 outs and the base is empty. 2 runs in for the SaberCats after a 2-run home run from Matt Morris. 9-5 Saguaro. And Tingley ready, and the first one on the way. And it's a fastball. It's high for ball 1.
Yeah, it's in my car. I thought you were going to need it, so I brought it with me.
The 1-0. Pitch over for a strike, and it's 1-1.
I've got it. I didn't forgot to put it in my car. Can you use mine or they?
The 1-1 pitch. The breaking ball just misses. 2 balls and a strike. If Tingley's able to reach, Austin Anderson will bat for the SaberCats in the 5th. The 2-1. Swung on. That one fouled off as it got a piece of the plate umpire right off his face mask, I believe. And the count 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. A little bit high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the 3-2. And Tingley hits one well. That's out to right center field. Going back to right fielder. And the SaberCats have another home run. This one a solo homer from Ben Tingley. Third home run of the day for the SaberCats. Tingley's second of the season. And the solo home run makes it 10-5 Saguaro. And we're back to the top of the order for Austin Anderson. Brezek got a couple of ground outs in his relief appearance. And now has given up a solo home run as the pitch to Anderson is over for a strike. The 0-2 pitch, hit on the ground and past the second baseman Kottkamp, and it's a single for Austin Anderson, and he's on at first base, his second hit to go along with a walk. And back in the first, he reached out an error, so 2 for 3 with a walk for Anderson, and the batter is Zach Gibbons. By the way, I mentioned Saguaro's record at the start of 21-2-1. I think it's actually going to be 21-3 now. That tie was the game back against Desert Mountain, just the second game of the season, as the first pitch to Gibbons is outside for a ball. And Desert Mountain hit that walk-off home run in the bottom of the 7th inning to break the tie. The Desert Mountain players swarmed onto the field. The plate umpire, as the throw goes to first and Anderson is back, the plate umpire at the time after the ball game, and it was relayed to me later on, not even that day, but what he had ruled at the time as the pitch is high and it's 2-0 was that the hitter was out and neither one of the 2 runs counted, and it became a 7-7 tie. Well, Desert Mountain, I guess, through whatever process, it has gone to the AIA as a throw goes to first. Close over there again, and a hard tag from the first baseman for Queen Creek. That's Kyle Wallace, but again, Anderson back safely. 2-0 the count on Gibbons, 2 outs and a runner at first, 10-5 SaberCats. The set and the 2-0, and the pitch inside for ball 3, 3-0, but Desert Mountain went through whatever appeal process, and although the hitter was ruled out, the runner that was in ahead of him scored. As the pitch is a strike, Anderson takes off and steals second base, and the count goes to 3-1 on Zach Gibbons. And so the 1 run did count, and it is ruled an 8-7 win for Desert Mountain all the way back in game number 2. So that does give Saguaro a 3rd loss, and they sit at 21-3 on the season. 18 games in a row, though, is the current win streak for Saguaro, as Gibbons walks, and he's at first base. Anderson at second with 2 outs in the inning. 3 runs across for the SaberCats in the 5th. They put another crooked number up after posting their first 0 in the 4th inning, but they currently are doubling up Queen Creek 10-5 as Chris Ackman's at the plate. Ackman with a good hack there, and he fouls the first pitch off for strike 1. Ackman came into the ballgame batting .500. He's 1 for 2 today, so he's going to stay right on that average as he bats here in the top of the 5th inning. And a throwback to second base, and the runner gets back. That's Anderson hustling back to the bag. 0-1 on Chris Ackman with 2 on and 2 outs, 3 across for Saguaro here in the 5th inning. Breslik trying to pitch out of further trouble. The set and the 1-strike pitch. And it's high, and it's 1-1. SaberCats after that 0 in the 4th inning, 3 runs here in the 5th as they again pull away from Queen Creek. Another pitch high, and it's 2-1.
Gonna be muddy.
Straight over. Straight over.
Come on, Adam, buddy. You can do it, Adam. Come on, bud.
Beside that next track.
It's in the mud.
And they'll look back in the pitch. And that's over for a strike.
I think you're passing it now.
I went for it.
Stay away from him.
2-2 on Ackman.
Keep going.
No right.
And the pitch. And that's a swing and a miss. And Ackman strikes out. And that will end the Saguaro 5th inning. SaberCats get 3 runs. And after 4.5 innings from Queen Creek High School, it's Saguaro 10 and Queen Creek 5. Top of the order for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the 5th inning. And the first pitch to Colin Bongard swung on and missed for strike 1. And the next pitch high, and it's 1-1. And the next pitch, a line drive, and that's into left field, a leadoff base hit. Bongard with his 2nd base hit of the afternoon. He's 2 for 3. The batter is Spencer Kottkamp.
Hello?
Take care of the hitter.
What? No. Nope.
Threw out of first base and the runner back. Kottkamp walked and scored in the 1st and grounded out in the 2nd. And the first pitch outside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. And that hit well down the left field line. And caught at the wall by the left fielder, Austin Anderson. As he hits the wall, his arm goes over the fence. But he's able to keep the ball from getting out.
Number 10, Adam Brezek.
And there's one away for Adam Brezek. Brezek has grounded out, and he has singled and scored. And first pitch, he is low for ball 1.
Go, Brando.
The 1-0 as the runner goes. The ball hit out to right field, and Young there for the catch. Going to try to throw behind the runner at first base, a little bit late. And Brezek flies out for out number 2 in the Bulldog 5th inning.
Now batting number 27.
The batter is Dylan Freeman.
Go, Dylan. Brando.
Nice pitch.
Freeman takes the first one for a ball.
You ready, Brandon? Nice.
Yeah, the next pitch outside, and it's 2-0.
Good pitch, Trev.
2 outs and a runner at first base. Bottom of the 5th inning. Bulldogs trailing the SaberCats 10-5. Next one high, and it's 3-0 on Freeman. And he grounded out to end the first. He struck out in the third. The 3-0, and that's a cross for a strike. It's 3-1.
Right back.
Go, Dylan.
The 3-1 as the runner takes off. A swing and a miss. Demers throw to second base. A little bit late, and Bongard has another steal.
One time here, Trav.
That count goes to 3-2.
Big spot for you, Dylan. Let's go.
And that's the third stolen base today for the Bulldogs. They've had one runner caught stealing. Actually, it's stolen base number 4. And that pitch over. Strike 3 called, and that will end the inning. Strikeout number 5 for Travis Steinheiser. And we will move to the 6th inning after 5. Saguaro still leads Queen Creek by a score of 10-5. Brandon Demarest first to bat for Saguaro in the top of the 6th inning. He took the first one from Brezek, and it bounced in there for ball 1. The wind of the 1-0. That pitch a little bit low. 2 balls and no strikes. Demarest, Young, and Morris for Saguaro in the 6th inning. The next pitch low, 3-0. Brandon doubled home a couple of runs in the first, hit a solo homer in the third, and grounded out to end the 4th. 2 for 3. Couple of extra base hits, 3 RBI on the day, and that pitch misses for ball 4, and it's a 4-pitch walk to begin the Saguaro 6th inning. Demarest leaves for a courtesy runner at first base as Kyle Young comes to the plate. It's Teddy Rubin running again at first base for Saguaro.
Now batting Kyle Young.
The first one to Young is low for ball 1. And the next pitch on the outside corner, a strike. It's 1-1. Saguaro leading Queen Creek 10-5. Looking for their 22nd win of the season, their 19th straight, and their 7th straight region win. And a battle for first place in the region. There's a swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Runner goes. There's a swing and a miss. The throw to second base is late, and Ruben steals second as Young strikes out for the first out in the 6th inning. And the batter is Matt Morris.
Now batting number 6, Matt Morris.
Morris with a single, a walk, and a 2-run home run. And Matt gives this one a ride out to center field. And back and over toward the warning track. The catch is made. Ruben will go to third on the play. Morris flies out for the second out of the SaberCats 6th inning, and the batter is Reed Austin.
Pick him up, Reed. Pick him up.
Back right here, back up the middle, home, eh?
Austin takes the first one low for ball 1. Top of the 6th inning from Queen Creek High School. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network. The SaberCats leading 10-5 heading in the 6th. Trying to get that runner in now from third base with 2 outs. The 1-0 is high, and it's 2 balls and no strikes to Reed Austin, who had an RBI double in the 2nd. He was hit by a pitch in the 3rd, and he grounded out in the 5th. The 2-0 pitch hit on the line, and that's caught by the left fielder Hensley, and that will end the inning. SaberCats get a leadoff walk, but the runner is stranded at third base, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. Saguaro leading Queen Creek by a score of 10-5. Chad Leonard in to hit for Queen Creek, and he'll face a new Saguaro pitcher as Allen Madsen is on to pitch for Saguaro, and he gets the first pitch over for a strike. It's Leonard, Hensley, and Wallace scheduled to bat for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the 6th inning. They're down by a score of 10-5. And the next pitch over for a strike. 1-2 the count on Leonard. And Leonard with a line drive and a base hit into left field. A leadoff single and the first base hit of the day for Chad Leonard. The batter is Chad Hensley. And the first pitch over for a strike. Madsen with the 0-1. That's outside for a ball, and it's 1-1. Saguaro starter Travis Steinheiser, 5 innings pitched, 6 hits allowed, 5 runs but only 2 earned, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts as the throw goes to first. Close over there, and Leonard just able to dive back. And Steinheiser in line for his 5th win of the year if the SaberCats hang on over the final couple of innings. Throw again to first base, and again the runner is back. Allen Madsen, a perfect 4-0 on the year, an ERA at 7.02, 27 innings pitched, 36 hits allowed. Swinging a foul ball, and it's 1-2. In those 27 innings, 16 walks and 41 strikeouts. The 1-2 pitch. And one just misses outside, and it's 2-2. Runner at first. On by way of a single. The 2-2. That's inside, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the 3-2. And a swing and a miss. Hensley strikes out as Madsen gets him swinging, and there's 1 out in the 6th inning for Kyle Wallace. Bulldogs have been held in check the last couple of innings. After scoring 5 runs over the first 3, there's a snap throw to first and the runner back. A run in the first, 3 in the second, and 1 in the third for Queen Creek, but then zeros in the 4th and the 5th. First one to Wallace is high and away for a ball. Bulldogs down by 5, batting in the home half of the 6th inning. And if you're Queen Creek, you're just looking to get on the board here and chip into that 5-run deficit. And obviously, you'd like to get all 5 back here, but at the very least, you're looking to cut into it to try to make it more reasonable in the 7th. The next one outside, and it's 2-0. 1 on and 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Next pitch misses, and it's 3-0. Demers turns his head back just to talk with the plate umpire about location. The 3-0. And that's way outside. A 4-pitch walk. And that pushes runners to first and second. And the batter is Nathan Flores as he re-entered after Brezek took over on the mound for Queen Creek. And we get a quick timeout. Demers out to talk to Madsen, and Flores over to talk to Coach Campbell in the third base box. 2 runners aboard with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Saguaro leading Queen Creek by a score of 10-5. And the bunt is on. It's bunted to Madsen. He's going to throw to third base, and they've got the runner out by plenty at third. As that ball bunted too hard right to Madsen, and again, it makes you wonder there about bunting with already 1 out of the inning. Leonard forced 1-5. Wallace to second. Flores aboard on a fielder's choice. And the batter is Marcus Still, who takes strike 1.
Go, Marcus.
The 0-1. Down the middle for a strike. And it's 0-2. Madsen sets. The 2-strike pitch. And this one bounces in, and that'll get away from Brandon Demarest. And the wild pitch will move the runners up. And that'll put a second runner in scoring position now. A 1-2 count on Marcus Still. Colin Bongard, the leadoff hitter, will bat next for the Bulldogs. Madsen hoping to face him in the 7th inning. And retire the number 9 hitter Marcus Still here to end the 6th. Here's the set and the 1-2 pitch. Oh, that one called the ball. That one sure didn't miss by much. And the count's 2-2. Madsen ready again, the 2-2 pitch, and a swing and a miss. A strikeout ends the inning. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Allen Madsen, and the Bulldogs are turned away in the 6th after a hit and a walk. They leave 2. It's 10-5. 8, 9, and 1 in the order for Saguaro in the top of the 7th inning as John Nimps is in to face a new pitcher. Marcus still on to start the 7th. And the first pitch is over for a strike. Nimps drops down and fouls the pitch away. And it's 0-2. John's 0 for 3, but he does have an RBI after a fielder's choice in the 3rd inning. And a ground ball into the hole. The throw to first base. And that short hops the first baseman, and I think that'll be an E6 to start the inning.
Now batting for the SaberCats, number 1, Ben Tingley. Ben Tingley.
Tongue twister there.
So Nimps aboard at first base for Ben Tingley. Top of the 7th inning, 10-5 SaberCats. Pretty good lead over there at first. Tingley trying to bunt. And then a throw back behind the runner, and Nimps is just able to get back as the throw was a little bit high.
Go get him, Ben.
SaberCats have kept the Bulldog bats quiet. And a throw over to first, and the runner back. But with Queen Creek quiet over the last few innings, SaberCats would still like to add a couple of runs if they can here in the 7th to get a little more breathing room. Another throw to first, and again, the runner gets back. Nothing in 1 on Tingley. And that pitch bounced in, and boy, indecision out there, and Nimps hustles back to the bag again. In fact, he got far enough off that the catcher threw to second base. And Nimps had already returned, or started to return to first. That's a balk there, I believe. The throw goes to second base. But I think the balk was called. That just looked awkward out there on the move. So Nimps moves to scoring position. Tingley with a chance to drive him in. And a pitch over for a strike. And now Leonard out to talk to his pitcher.
Come on, Ben.
Battle, Ben, battle. Get him over.
Here's the set. I'm going to throw back to second. And Nimps back to the bag. Now still the pitcher trying to keep the runner close here. Yeah, that pitch a called strike. Looked as though that one might have been outside. Tingley called out on strikes for the first down of the 7th inning. And the batter is Austin Anderson.
Now batting number 21, Austin Anderson.
First one to Austin is high for a ball. The 1-0. Fouled out of play on the left side.
Boy, Marcus.
1-1 on Austin Anderson. He's 2 for 3 today, plus a walk. And another balk is called. And so Nims goes to third. The infield will come in now for the Bulldogs as they come in on the grass trying to cut off the run. The pitch to Anderson is outside for a ball.
Go get him, Austin. Come on now.
Runner at third with 1 away. SaberCats really want to make sure they get this run in as that pitch is near the outside corner, a strike, and it's 2-2. Zach Gibbons next for the SaberCats. Pitch outside, and it's 3-2. And Anderson spoils this one as it's fouled off on the left side. Still to the wind, another 3-2. And that's high, and it's ball 4. Anderson walks, and that'll put runners at first and third.
Number 3, Zach Gibbons.
And Zach Gibbons coming to the plate, 1 for 3. He's got an RBI double, and he's also walked. Oh, and that ball over the head of the catcher, Leonard. It goes to the backstop, and a run is in as Nim scores on the wild pitch. And going all the way to third base is Austin Anderson.
Get him, Gib.
The wild pitch brings in Nimps to make it 11-5. That was ball 1 to Gibbons, and now runner back at third base again. And the infield comes back in for Queen Creek. Now the 2-0 pitch. And misses for a ball, and it's 3-0. And Leonard's out to talk to his pitcher here very quickly. It's an error to start the inning. A balk to second, a balk to third, a strikeout, a walk, and a wild pitch. And now 3-0, and timeout from the dugout. The 3-0 to Gibbons, and that's inside for ball 4. Another walk, this one on just the 4 pitches, and timeout again from the Bulldog dugout. Chris Ackman in to bat, and he'll face a new pitcher. And Chris going after the first pitch, lifts that ball out to right center field. It's caught on the run by the right fielder, and the run will come in as Austin Anderson scores on a sacrifice fly off the bat of Chris Ackman. It's 12-5 Saguaro. And now Brandon Demarest bats with Gibbons at first and 2 away. Throw to first and the runner back. Austin Wilson, the new pitcher. Pitch bounced in. SaberCats extend the lead with a couple of more runs here in the 7th inning. They lead 12-5. Runner bluffs but does not go, and the pitch is low.
Look for yours.
Get him, Brando.
Gibbons with the lead at first base. And the pitcher Wilson steps off.
We're looking for a ground ball here.
Pitch across for a strike. 2 balls and a strike on Brandon Demarest. The move to first base, and Gibbons back. Again, a move to first. The step off from Wilson. Saguaro leading 12-5, batting in the top of the 7th inning. Again, a throw to first. Well, I can understand not wanting to give up another base, but it is a 7-run ball game at this point. And that's not to say that Gibbons won't take off on the next pitch, but a lot of worry about the runner, and the pitch to the plate misses for a ball. The throw to second is late, and it is a stolen base for Gibbons. Three and one on Demarest. Now a runner in scoring position at second base with 2 outs. 2 in for the SaberCats in the 7th inning. And the 3-1 misses for ball 4. And Demarest aboard at first base. He'll come off again for a courtesy runner, and the batter is Kyle Young. Now looking ahead to the Queen Creek 7th inning, they'll have the top of the order up. But they're going to need that top of the order to bat around and hit again in the 7th inning if they're going to get back into this one, as they trail and will trail going into the bottom of the 7th by at least 7 runs, down 12-5. The 1-0 pitch. A little bit low, 2-0. Wilson looking in. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. And Young hits a fly ball out to right field. That's going to carry some, but it's caught in right. And that will end the inning. SaberCats get 2 runs without a hit. There was an error and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's Saguaro 12 and Queen Creek 5. Colin Bongard leads off and takes high for ball 1. And next one misses. 2-0 the count. Bongard, Kottkamp, and Brezek for the Bulldogs. Here's a swing and a miss. And it's 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
11.
The 1 and the 2-2.
Nice pitch.
And that one just fouled off. So Bongard stays alive. He's 2 for 3 today. And a ground ball to Morris, the shortstop, on to first base, and that's in time. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. And the batter is Spencer Kotkamp.
Number 4, Spencer Kotkamp.
Go, Spence. I'll get cheated, bud.
Nice pitch.
And the first pitch over for a strike. Next one is strike, and it's 0-2. And a fly ball to center field. Gibbons back a few steps, and he's got it for the second out.
Now batter for the Bulldogs, number 10, Adam Berzik.
Okay.
Go, Adam.
First pitch on the inside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. The next pitch high, 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground over to first. Bobbled, and then Ackman not able to pick it up with a bare hand, and an error will keep the inning alive. Brazic aboard at first base for Dylan Freeman.
Now batter for the Bulldogs, number 27, Dylan Freeman.
First one bounced in for a ball. The 1-0 pitch. On the outside corner, a strike, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2 balls and a strike. SaberCats will be back at it on Tuesday as they will host the Poston Butte Broncos at 6:30. Runner goes. The ball spoiled foul and out of play on the left side, and it's 2-2. Madsen with the 2-2. Runner goes, and a swing and a miss will end the ball game as Freeman strikes out, and the SaberCats win it by a final score of 12-5. SaberCats go to 22-3, winners of 19 straight. They go to 7-0 in region play. Queen Creek falls to 14-7 and 6-1. And we'll talk to you on Tuesday night when Saguaro hosts Poston Butte from Scottsdale Stadium. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network from Queen Creek High School saying so long.